Let's go medical. Exum, Gafford, Irving, Lively, Martin, Prosper, and Edwards all out.
Jason, we saw a brief sample size of Anthony Davis with this team. Just given what we saw in his debut, what are you expecting from him now that he's been back from the left adductor strain?
Would like to just have a healthy, positive experience on a minute restriction that he'll be on. We understand he's one of the best players in the world, but he's been out for some time. So we just, we want a healthy, positive experience. I think the last time we saw him against Houston, everyone was excited. Unfortunately, he got hurt. But again, for him to be back, to now just build on what he did in that Houston game, but it's been some time, so just got to get the rust off and hopefully has a positive experience and he's healthy coming out of this.
Yeah, it's been reported that he really pushed himself to get healthy so he could be able to return this season. Just from a coaching standpoint, how do you kind of balance letting a guy want to get back on the court versus kind of prioritizing his health for the long term?
Yeah, I think you have to commend him for working to get back. This is his job. And so he feels responsible to get back to work. And so just understanding that first part is who he is. And then I think the second part, we can always talk about the future. And so that's the balance that we have to look at. And tonight's the start of him working towards, hopefully playing the rest of the season. But we got to remember, this is, he gets paid to play. Right? Like, I know you think this is a joke, but like, his character of working to get back with 12 games left just shows how much he cares about what he wants to do, and that's to help this team win.
Was him and Gaff together when we saw him in February? I know there's no Gaff for Lively. Do you guys still want to try to go to double big lineups right now?
Can you repeat that question one more time?
Do you guys still want to try to play two centers together with AD right now?
Yes, we're going to start that way, but we don't have a lot of bigs, right? So like Kai and AD will play, and we'll try to keep AD at the 4 as much as possible. Here we might see a little of him at the 5, but with the minute restriction, it puts you, it handcuffs you a little bit. So we will play with two bigs, but that doesn't mean that we won't see AD at the 5 by himself.
Jason, you started your coaching career with the Nets in 2013. What are some of the ways you're different as a coach today as opposed to back then?
Yeah, well, I was a rookie coach, didn't have any idea what I was doing. Being a player coach is totally different because you have the ball. As a coach, you're responsible for 15 other individuals who all want to play, who all feel that they should play, and then on top of that, who all want to shoot the ball. And so as a coach, I got to learn very quickly, and with the help of Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, I was very lucky to have future Hall of Famers, help me as a rookie coach. And so we started off extremely slow, but it was kind of cool. By January 1st, we kind of figured it out and went. And then with that experience that I was able to be around to win a Game 7 as a rookie coach on the road in Toronto was a great experience, and ended up losing to Miami. But I've changed a lot from those first couple months here in Brooklyn. But just being around other coaches and other staffs, has, I've evolved and trying to help players, get paid and achieve the one goal, and that's to win a championship. Thank you. Thank you.
Jason, forgive me if you mentioned this. I heard you say minutes restriction. What's the ballpark that you're thinking on AD's minutes tonight?
Do I have to answer that?
You don't have to.
28.
I had a question for you about Brandon Williams at the end of the game the other night. You know, it's one thing for Kyrie Irving or Damian Lillard or a player of that nature to have a bad game and then still be assertive in late game situations and looking to score. What did it show you, and what did you see that Brandon had? I think he was 0 for 7 from the floor before he scored those 2 late baskets as you closed out Detroit the other night.
Yeah, I think the character for B. Will, the patience, the circumstance that we're in, you know, everyone's on deck. We've used the next man concept at a very, very high level. And so he's next man up, and just what he's been able to do with the scoring. There's always going to be a time where maybe things just don't go well, and they didn't go well in that Detroit game. But we believe that with his ability, his speed, and his ability to get to the rim and make plays for others, you could see that. And he wasn't discouraged, and he made 2 big plays for us late. I thought the biggest play, and he got the foul, was the loose ball that he dove on the floor. And so just his care factor is extremely high, and his preparation is at a high level right now because we are counting on him to play. And I think just being a student of the game has shown that his patience and that what he's been watching and learning that once he got his opportunity, it's easy for us to always say, you're going to get your opportunity, you're going to get your opportunity, but weeks go by and you're not getting that opportunity. But I think for him, he could see that it was going to come, and it has, and he's taking full advantage of that.
Jason, as players start to come back, do you even know what to do with more than 8 guys out there?
Yeah, well, that's funny because I was trying to tell the team when we only had 7 or 8, don't go out at the 20-minute mark, go out at the 15-minute mark because you're going to get tired in the layup line. I think now that we're getting more bodies back, they can go out closer to 20 so they don't fatigue out. But it's, we have 12 games left. We understand what's at stake here, and we're getting one body at a time, and hopefully there's good news tomorrow that we can get another body back. And so, but they're all on, a lot of these guys are on minute restrictions, and we got to figure out how to win with all these other things that are taking place.
Y'all talked about Spencer after the game, how he was doing a lot of things y'all wanted him to do, getting to the free throw line, setting the table. How would you like to see him build on that, even though with personnel change?
Yeah, I think, again, we can't sit here and just throw the ball to AD every time as much as we want. We have to play with pace. We have to find easy ways to score. And yes, AD is going to touch the ball, and AD is going to be AD. But we need Spencer to, if we can come up with one of those 9 for 12 games with 31 points, we would definitely sign up right now for that tonight. But he has to be aggressive. And I think he's done a really good job of finding the guys, playmaking, and then also understanding how to be aggressive. The ball touches the paint, as we've always talked about, and he's doing that, for us at a high level, and we're going to need him to continue to do that, even with AD back.
It's a different state, it's a different building, but you were teammates with Vince Carter. When you walked into tonight, what was it like to see his number up in the rafters next to yours?
Yeah, I think it's really cool to see Vince, to see his number in the rafters. I think he means a lot to the Nets organization, the excitement. He made the game easy for myself. A lot of the lobs were probably bad passes that he turned into highlights. And so to see his name and number up there is really, really cool. And to say that I had the opportunity to play with one of the best is also an honor.